What if I told you that you are not separate from the person next to you? That the space between you and them is an illusion? That the borders between nations, the differences between cultures, the divisions between beliefs are all a temporary game, a passing mirage? You and I and everyone listening are part of one vast, intelligent, living consciousness, one fabric experiencing itself through different eyes, different lives, and yet, beyond these differences, we are the same being. You are me. I am you. We are one. This is not just a poetic idea, it is the fundamental truth of experience. If you feel drawn to this message, it's because deep inside you already know it. From the moment we're born, we are told we are separate. We are given a name, a nationality, an identity. We are taught to see ourselves as individuals, distinct from others. Society thrives on these divisions. Us versus them, good versus bad, right versus wrong. But what happens when you strip all of that away? If you take away the labels, the beliefs, the conditioning, what remains? Awareness, presence, the same life force that flows through me, flows through you. It flows through the trees, the oceans, the animals, the stars. Science is beginning to confirm what ancient spiritual traditions have always known, that at the most fundamental level, we are made of the same energy, the same essence. Imagine a wave in the ocean. The wave moves. It changes shape. It rises and falls. And yet, it is never separate from the ocean. It is the ocean. Just as we are never separate from each other, we are not drops in the ocean. We are the ocean, experiencing itself as drops for a little while. Now let's pause. Think of a time when you felt deeply connected to someone. Maybe a moment of love, or compassion, or even a time when you truly saw yourself in another's eyes. What was that? That was oneness, peeking through. That was truth, breaking past the illusion. Every act of kindness, every moment of love is proof that separation is a lie. Because when we act from love, we dissolve the illusion and return to what we've always been, connected. How this changes everything. When you understand that you are not separate from the world, your perspective shifts. Every stranger becomes family. Every conflict becomes an opportunity for understanding. Every interaction becomes sacred. You stop taking things personally because you recognize that other people's actions are reflections of their own journey, and ultimately they are reflections of you. You are not here by accident. You are here to remember this truth. And once you do, you begin to live differently. You begin to love more, judge less, give freely, receive openly. You start to see yourself everywhere, in the eyes of a child, in the warmth of the sun, in the rhythm of a song. The world transforms, or rather, you transform. Because the world is simply a mirror of what you believe yourself to be. I invite you to try something for the next few days. Whenever you see another person, whether it's a friend, a stranger, or even someone you disagree with, look at them and silently remind yourself, that is me in another form. See what shifts within you. Because when you truly see another, you are seeing yourself. And when you love another, you are loving yourself. We are not here to be alone. We are here to remember we were never separate to begin with. If you've ever looked up at the night sky and felt a deep sense of awe, you have already touched on this understanding. The vastness of the universe is not something outside of you. It is within you. The same particles that make up distant galaxies exist in your body. The same intelligence that orchestrates the stars pulses through your heart. When you see the beauty in the world, you are seeing yourself reflected back. The sunrise, the laughter of a child, the rhythm of the ocean, all of it is you. And just as you recognize beauty outside of yourself, so too must you recognize it within. Living as one. So how do we live from this truth? How do we dissolve the illusion of separation in our daily lives? Start by practicing deep presence. When you speak to someone, truly listen. When you move through the world, be aware of the energy you bring into each space. Choose compassion over judgment. When you're triggered by someone's action, ask yourself, what part of me is being reflected here? Instead of reacting, bring understanding. Instead of resisting, bring love. Recognize that every soul you meet is playing a role in your journey, just as you are playing a role in theirs. We are all teachers for one another. Some teach through love, some teach through challenge, but all of it is part of the grand design, leading us back to the same truth. We are one. You're not small. You're not alone. You are infinite. You are connected to all that is, all that has ever been, and all that will ever be. And in this moment, as you hear these words, know that you are exactly where you need to be. You are already whole. You are already one. Now, go and see yourself in the world and love what you find.